This right here is a pumpkin pied. I think we can find another animal that is more befitting of the name. What's up, Royals? I'm Kai. Hope you're doing well. And today I have here my yellow belly pied. And we gave this combination a designer name. It's called pumpkin pied. But I figure since we are in the season, let's see if we can find some other animals in my collection that have a pumpkin pattern on its body, or maybe I should say a carved pumpkin pattern. Look at that. This is what I'm talking about. I mean, this looks more like a jack-o'-lantern than anything else. It's got the eyes. It's got the mouth. I mean, some people call this the emoji pied just because it has a pattern like this that looks like an emoji. The thing unique about this animal is that it actually has two. So which one do you think looks more like a jack-o'-lantern? This one, where the eyes are kind of drooped down? Or this one, where the eyes are a little bit smaller? And the fun thing about these, and I keep saying they're fun, is depending on the shape that they're making, if they're curved this way, let me see if I can get her to curve this way, it becomes a smiley face. And then if she curves the other way, let me see if I can get her to move the other direction. Come on. She doesn't want to, but oh, here she goes. Maybe she will show you guys. It's more like a frown, as you can see. Ah, get off my microphone. Hold on, guys. And while I was getting her off the microphone, I noticed that she has a third emoji. This one is kind of a stretch. It's kind of a stretch. It's got one eye that's long. The other one is a tiny eye, and then the mouth. So we have 1, 2, and this third one that we saw earlier that we made into a smiley and a frown. This is a orange dream pied, and she's actually 50% het for ultramel. She's one of 3 females that I kept from the clutch, and I'm hoping that they prove out for ultramel. So we'll see probably next season, or maybe next season, depending on how quickly this girl can get up to size for me. But her sisters are a little bit bigger, so maybe they'll prove out sooner. What I like about pies is that their patterns are highly variable. Some have more pattern, some have less pattern, some have very clean pattern where you have just kind of 2 rows of blacks running down. And then there's some areas where it's really busy, like this. This is all busy. I have other ones that are even more busy, which is kind of why I really like the pies. In the beginning, when I got into the hobby and I looked at pies, they all pretty much looked the same to me, just more white or less white, and the colors were a little bit different. But I never really paid attention to the pattern until I started keeping more and more pies. One of the ways pies are interesting is how to figure out how to change the color within the pattern area. And as you can see, some of them are kind of brown like the last one, and then there's ways you can make it more yellow or more intense. And there's some genes that you can add to create more pattern and less white, and then other genes you can add to create more white, less pattern. Sometimes you can add a gene where you can have the pattern, but within the pattern there's pretty much one solid color. Like this Mojave pied right here. Within the pattern, you don't get those black lines or puzzle-like outlines. It's just one solid color. And the cleanliness is what is part of the beauty that draws me to this combination. Even the head has very little pattern, pretty much one solid color if she cooperates. There you go. See, the eye stripes are kind of faded. And this one's interesting because it almost looks like this head came off of a different snake. You see that difference in color, the sudden change from the dark to this golden color. It almost appears as if this is 2 snakes sewn together, kind of like Frankenstein. But this is a girl, so I don't want to insult her with a male name. I don't have names for my snakes, by the way, but yeah, I'm just joking around here. But this is one of the girls that I'm holding back, and again, I'm hoping that she will be able to be big enough to breed next season. And having so many pieds, you start to look for things that sets them apart. You start to pay more attention to the pattern. And this one right here is a Orange Dream Enchi pied. You can see there's a little bit of a paradox right there, that black doesn't really match any of the other black on this animal. So it's fun to just pull out a drawer or pull out a tub, take out one of these pieds, and see if there's anything unique that the pattern creates. Sometimes we get words, sometimes we get outlines of animals, and in this case we can see that this one has a bit of an emoji as well. You got the two eyes and a mouth, and I don't know why I said emoji, I meant jack-o'-lantern. I think jack-o'-lantern is more fitting due to where we are in the season. So this, like I said, is a Orange Dream Enchi. I actually have 3 of these, and let me get one of the other ones out to see if we can find some more jack-o'-lantern. Oh, is that one right there? What do you think? Does that count? Here's another one. It's from the same clutch, same combination, another boy, and that I think definitely looks like a jack-o'-lantern. And as I was going through some of these animals, I found another one that looks even more like a jack-o'-lantern, and I'm going to see that one to the end. What I also noticed on this little boy is that if we turn it this way, this is kind of unique because most of the time you see the eyes on one side of the snake, then the dorsal, then the mouth on the other side. But this time, if we just maybe cover the bottom right there, you see we have an eye on both sides of the dorsal, and then the mouth that goes across the dorsal. And I wonder what we could call this. Maybe it's tongue, maybe it's drooling, I don't know. But definitely I think if we cover that part up, that looks like a tall jack-o'-lantern, which is pretty cool, and that's unique amongst pieds with faces. So let's see if we can find some more. So I don't know what it is with this clutch, but it seems like we have several jack-o'-lanterns, several animals with jack-o'-lanterns, and they're all the same combination. So maybe Enchi Orange Dream just produces more jack-o'-lanterns. This one, I thought I saw one. Is this the one I saw? I don't know. Maybe it's this one? I don't know. Where did it go? Where did it go? I think it disappeared. I think it disappeared. I think if you squint hard enough, you'll see the two eyes and the mouth. But I thought there was more distinguished, more prominent jack-o'-lantern on this one. Alright, well, let me just keep searching. Here's something a little bit different. So this is a double visual albino pied, and she is looking extremely vibrant, even though she has a little bit of cocoa stuck on her face, and I thought that was just speckle here or there. One of the tricky things with keeping a very light color snake or something that has high white, like some of these, you can see some cocoa right there, is that this dirtiness just stands out so much. It's kind of annoying, but it's, you know, we just have to deal with it and clean them off as we go. But yeah, you can see a little bit on her nose. But here is the jack-o'-lantern, and we have 2. We have one that goes like this. You can see the eyes, and then a frown. Then if we flip it upside down, we have the long eyes and another mouth. So I don't know if that counts as 2 or not, but I thought that was cool. And it's just fun to look at, you know, when you're bored and you're in your snake room, and you know, sometimes you find words, sometimes you find letters. Yeah, it's just interesting to look at. All right, I think I got 1 or 2 final animals to show you. I'm back. I thought I had an Axanthic. Xanthic Pied with the jack-o'-lantern pattern on it, but can't seem to find it, or maybe I was just seeing things. But this is the final animal, and I told you this one has the pattern that most resembles a jack-o'-lantern. And let's see if you guys can find it. Do you see it yet? Do you see it yet? It's right here. It's right here. I got to get this girl to calm down. Look at that. It's even got a nose. This is a typical jack-o'-lantern like the kind we used to make in elementary school, kindergarten, first grade, second grade. You draw a oval, then you draw 2 triangles for the eyes, a triangle for the nose, and then you have, uh-oh, she's going. I got an escapee, guys. I got an escapee. I'll be right back. Weirdly enough, out of all the animals that I showed off, it seems like the jack-o'-lantern pattern appeared on orange dream pieds. So maybe that combination should actually get the name pumpkin pieds. It is kind of weird though. I don't have a large enough sample set to accurately or concretely say that orange dream and pied will produce more jack-o'-lanterns, but in this collection at least it seems that way. And then adding Inchi onto that combination increases the amount of pattern, so therefore increases the amount of chances that we can find a jack-o'-lantern pattern. So maybe that has something to do with it. I think we may be onto something. That about wraps it up for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. If you're new to this channel and you want to be informed of future uploads, make sure you're subscribed and ring that notification bell. As always, thanks for watching. Please share and remember, Royals for life. Peace out.